I'm Ted Keys, your host and top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. Welcome to this edition of your Freight Sales Success Training. After watching and applying it, you'll move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly, and make more money financially. And if you have any questions, call me, Ted Keys, at 626-309-9141. Today's topic comes from the front lines of my 30-plus years of business, sales, and freight moving success. Now enjoy watching, learning, and applying. Hello and welcome to my Tuesday conference call. Ted Keys, your host and top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. This is a free, high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top-producing, new, and struggling freight agents at 2 p.m. Pacific Time and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. On the call today, I will show you how to move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly so you make more money financially. And after the call, go to my website, tedkeysonline.com, to hear more of my podcasts, read more of my blog posts, watch more of my videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to truly explode your freight business today. When you arrive at my Freight Sales Success Store, you will see a host of products that are available. First one you'll see there is my Freight Sales Success Guide for beginner and struggling freight agents. I do, however, provide this for when you join our top producing freight sales office. Another product you'll see there is my Freight Sales Success Quotes. These quotes provide you with daily motivation to do what's important, to get on the phone and connect and build relationships with the marketplace. Third product you'll see there is my Freight Sales Success Training. This is a video course that'll take you literally from knowing little or nothing about freight to moving your first freight load and beyond. You'll also see there for sale again is my Freight Sales Success Skills. This product provides those intricate little skills that are required to handle different situations that you come in contact with. However, my Freight Sales Success Skills, along with my other products, are available today for purchase in my Freight Sales Success Store. And while you're there at my store taking in all this free information, on any page on my website you happen to be on, just over to the right, go over to the right and enter your contact details. By doing that, you'll receive your email invite to this and every call. Not only that, you'll receive the attachments that I provide on each and every call. And also, just as a freebie for opting in, you'll receive my free report. Again, it's just a free report. 11 ways freight agents will increase their income. Go through this as a beginning, struggling freight agent. This report will assist you in increasing your income. And just so you know, that report there has been downloaded thousands of times before. And if you have any questions whatsoever about what I went over today, or more importantly, more specifically, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Then give me, Ted Keys, a call. I'm at 626-309-9141. Today's training topic is how you reach your freight sales potential. How you reach your freight sales potential. There are four main points, four main things you have to do to reach your freight sales potential. I'll be going over all four of those today. So for those of you that are on my email contact list, my Gmail contact list, and that you received an invite for today's call, just go to any one of those invites, scroll down to the bottom, and we're going to go over the attachments, the free attachments that I provided for the call today. And we're going to go over my topic, how you reach your freight sales potential. You know, in anything that you are striving to become, you've got to have the potential to do that. Not only do you have to have the potential, but you've got to strive to get there, okay? In order to strive to get there, you've got to increase your potential. So let's go ahead and talk about, again, how you reach, or how you're going to reach your freight sales potential as a dedicated and successful freight sales agent. Now, just a couple little notes before I get into my topic here, and that is don't ever, okay? Don't ever let anyone other than yourself judge your success. That's the main point that I have to make today, among others, but it's certainly the first one. And don't ever let anybody judge your success. You see, we are involved in a culture, we're involved in a community where we are surrounded by others that have no yearning, no desire. Actually, they do have yearning, a desire to become successful deep down inside. However, most of our society will not do what's required to become successful according to that desire that they have. Now, your desire, because you're on the call today, your desire is to become a successful freight sales agent. However, as you become that successful freight sales agent, you are going to be approached by so many different individuals, so many different family members, so many different neighbors, so many people that you know that you're going to share your desire and your yearning for success to become successful in this profession. And most of them will say, "What are you doing? You'll never do it. You don't have the ability. Why are you doing that? That's crazy." So if you don't consider it your ultimate duty and obligation to live up to your freight sales potential, which you have the ability to do, then you're going to live a life far short of what you're truly capable of accomplishing as a freight sales agent, especially when you listen to outside influences that are around you. So here's 4 action items. I'm going to go over 4 action items to reach your highest potential, not only today, but right now. The first one, okay, the first point is to write down your goals. Write down your goals. And these are your goals, okay? Again, these are not goals that people are telling you to write down. They're your goals. See, what happens is when you listen to society that's not moving forward, okay, they're going to lower the bar on you, okay? So these are your goals. You must write down your goals, okay? And you set the goals, as I said, nobody else. Don't ever let anybody else tell you what your goals should or must be. Think of success like breathing air. Okay, your last breath, the last breath you took, is important, but the next breath you take is of vital importance. And that's where your goals come in. All right, goals, they're going to keep you focused on what's next. And writing them down keeps you on track as the top-notch freight sales agent that you will become. So write down your goals. Again, I stress your goals. Y-O-U-R, your goals. Do not let anybody else dictate to you what your goals are. So that's the first point. Write down your goals. And again, your goals must be specific. Not only specific, meaning what you're going to do, but they've got to be in a certain time frame. Hey, if it's this year that you're going to do it, then write down this year. If you're going to attain this level of income, hey, then write it down. You've got to have this information in front of you so you know where your goals are going. So again, that first point is to write down your goals. Point number 2 is to strive for items that are just out of your reach. Strive for items, whatever they are, whatever your goals are, strive for items that are just out of your reach. And don't think, all right? Don't think about what's realistic, all right? Strive for what's beyond or what you feel is beyond realistic. You see, if you listen again to society and culture, your neighbors, your family, all right, your enemies especially, if you listen to them on what's realistic, they're going to lower the bar on you, all right? Just like your goals, all right? Striving for things beyond your reach, they've got to be according to you and your ability. You see, the challenge with realistic thinking is that it's, as I said, usually based on what others that you hang out with think is realistic, and then in most cases, because you don't hear calls like this, you listen to them, and that's unfortunate, okay? They don't know your potential. Your neighbors, your friends, your family members, your husband, your wife, well, your husband and your wife, but as your desire to become a top producing freight sales agent, they don't know your potential. They don't know that you've got the guts to do it. Again, they're only going to lower the bar. So what you feel is out of your reach. So when you typically start a task with your mind toward potential outcome, you'll limit those actions required to accomplish that goal based on those poverty influences that you allow into your mind, okay? That's what happens when you listen to others, when you're striving to something beyond your reach. Again, point number 2. So, what do you do? Here's your answer. Here's your answer to this most important point. As I said earlier, stay away from poor or narrow thinkers. Stay away from poor or narrow-minded thinkers. And, most importantly, stay away from narrow-minded thinkers, people who have never accomplished anything. Not only that, but stay away from CNN, which is the constant negative news that most people allow in their life. Why do you do that? Because it's negative. 80-90% of what you hear from TV, especially news shows, is negative. And if you keep allowing that into your mindset, you're going to be wondering, why am I doing this? Okay? All I hear is the negative stuff that's going on. This happened today. That happened today. The freight industry is doing this. It's taken a dive in this area. Why should I do it? Stay away from narrow-minded, from poverty thinkers, and definitely CNN, the constant negative news. They're going to block your potential at every turn as you attempt to move forward in your freight sales business. So again, I'm going to just put it bluntly. Stay away from quitters and the news, especially news shows on cable news that you see at night. Okay? However, strive beyond what you feel is beyond your potential, because that is what is going to increase your potential. If you just keep hanging around in the area that you're good at, you're not going to increase your potential. You've got to always be striving beyond your potential. I just started doing these conference calls, 2 years ago. My first year, I just did them. Second year, I started recording them. This last year, or I should say last year, I started videotaping them. The way how I do this call now is totally different than when I started. Why? Because every time I reach beyond my potential to get better and better and better at the process. That's what you've got to do as a freight sales agent as well. So, point number 1, write down your goals. Point number 2 is strive for those items that are just out of your reach. Point number 3, okay? Point number 3 is you have to take massive action. You've written down your goals. You're reaching outside of your comfort zone. The third thing is you have to take massive action. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think is normal action? Whatever you think is normal action, multiply that by 10, okay? That is massive action. You might be saying, what is massive action? Well, multiply what you think is normal by 10. Never do anything normal, okay? Don't do anything normal. To get ahead in life, you've got to be abnormal. As I said earlier, multiply what you think your action should be by 10. That is taking massive action. That is being abnormal. Take massive action until one day it's no longer this unusual activity, but a habit for you, okay? Then minimal thinkers they're just going to ask you, because they see you taking all this action, these individuals around you that have this poverty mentality, these minimal thinkers, they're going to say, why are you still up so late? What are you doing working on Saturdays? You never quit, do you? Or especially, what are you on? What are you on? Okay. Big goals require big actions. Big goals require big actions. Reaching your full potential requires those massive actions that soon become habits. Point number 3, the third thing that you have to do to reach your freight sales potential is to take massive action. Remember that word NX, 10X. That is massive action. If you just think that you're going to make a couple phone calls every day and be successful, it's not going to happen. Take massive action. Multiply whatever you think is normal, 2, 3, 5, multiply that by 10. That is massive action. Fourth point to increase your freight sales potential is to stay persistent. Stay persistent. Again, write down your goals, reach for what is beyond, okay, what you think is normal, take massive action, and do this all persistently. Do it persistently. Do it with persistence. How do you get a nail in the wall? Okay? No, really. How do you get a nail in the wall? Well, you hit it over and over until it ends up in the wall. That's how you get a nail in the wall. You keep hitting it. You keep hitting at it. Here's another example. Rome, you've heard it all the time, Rome was not built in a day. No, not only was it not built in a day, it was built over decades and centuries, okay? Your ability to persist on your freight sales path, regardless of setbacks, events that are unexpected, bad news, resistance, to continue firmly in your purpose, regardless of the conditions around you, is a trait common to freight sales agents who actually make it. I keep saying, even in our training, brokering freight is not for sissies. You can't come in or just thinking that prospects are going to come to you. You have to be persistent in making new contacts, building your contact list, following up with them over and over and over again. Reaching your potential, okay? Reaching your potential requires you to be persistent, because to be persistent and to be successful, to be a top-level freight sales agent, you must not be a quitter. Hence, you can't quit. And unfortunately, believe me, I'm talking about experience here. 95% of those coming in are quitters. They end up quitting because they say, this is too hard, this is not what I expected, when in reality, all you have to do is keep moving forward. Just keep following these 4 points. Set goals. Reach beyond what you feel is normal. Take massive action and stay persistent. Just 4 points. Those 4 points, practicing those 4 points every day, every week, every month, every year will get you to that top level of being a freight sales agent. So again, those 4 points again, those 4 things that you must do to increase your freight sales potential is to write down your goals, strive for items just out of your reach, take massive action, and stay persistent. You've got to go through those 4 things. And again, not just one by one, but all of them on a daily basis. So let me ask you a question, okay? And this is my main question. How much success have you accumulated in life? No, really, how much success have you really accumulated in life? Whatever level you've attained, you can always do more. And that's why people quit. They quit because they think it's hard and they don't feel that they have the potential to overcome the obstacles, especially initially, because this profession is just like anything else. Most of the obstacles, most of the challenges are initially. Why? Because you don't know what you're doing. However, you've got to jump in the water and you have to swim in order to make things happen. Never, ever limit your potential success, and never limit what you'll do to create and keep that success. You must have monster goals, just like I talked about earlier, and attack them hard. Successful freight sales agents in both their personal and professional lives, they continue to work, produce, and create those long-term effects after they've flourished initially. So, final thought here. When it comes to your freight sales career, never work for your quota, okay? Never work for your quota. Your quota sometimes is set by other people. Never work for that quota. Always work to your potential. What is your potential? You won't know until you keep reaching beyond that comfort zone, okay? Reaching for those items that you're not familiar with doing. As I said, when you're given a quota, there's a high probability that that quota is below your potential. Why? Because it's given to you by somebody else, okay? This also ties into your ethical obligations, guys. You know what you're capable of doing. You truly do. I mean, again, if you've attained success in the past, you know what you're capable of doing. As I said earlier, quotas, they're just numbers made up by others for you to hit. Don't follow quotas, guys. How did they come up with that quota? Don't operate with what others think is possible. Operate with what you feel is possible. Don't go by anybody else's quota. Go by your potential. Because the world's numbers, as I said earlier, the world's numbers will always be less than your potential. So, again, 4 points in how to reach your freight sales potential. As I said earlier, write down your goals. Strive for items just out of your reach. Take massive action, and I'm talking 10x action, and stay persistent. 4 guides, 4 goals on how to reach your freight sales potential. Great, great topic today. Thank you for listening. In concluding my call, do you have any questions about what I just went over today? Any questions, regardless of what it is, or more importantly, more specifically, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Yes? Give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141.